I'm the doctor, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. We'll get it all together. We just did that big show on WBLS, so we're here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team's here. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest are a married couple based in Atlanta, Georgia. They're co-authors of the book, Just Dance With Me. And he joined us to speak about how the pandemic strengthened their marriage that spans over 25 years and counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. We'll get it straight. Please welcome to the show, Carita and Leon Montgomery. Welcome to the show.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
So-
Hi, Dr. Bob.
Yeah, you guys are no stranger to the show. You guys have been on before, and you were talking about this togetherness, and I like the way you guys are moving together in the same direction for a common cause. We say it all the time. So tell us what you guys are up to now, and how you're keeping that marriage and the strength of the marriage together.
So, really cool. Last weekend, Dr. Bob, we hosted our first annual Just Stay Together Boo marriage retreat here in Fayetteville, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta. But we had 6 couples that we brought together for a weekend, and we were able to inspire them. And Leon was instrumental in coming up with the agenda. So you want to tell them some of the stuff we did?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I should have stopped by because I was in Atlanta. I stopped by Morehouse, Clark, and Spelman, and there's a place out there called Mr. Everything. I don't know if you know about it.
Yes.
You know about it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he grew up in
Yeah, we got one
Queensbridge,
there.
Long Island City, Queensbridge. He's from the bridge, and the food is good. And he has a new spot there where you can go upstairs and they're gonna do some karaoke and all that stuff, and the food and the other stuff that comes along with it is good. So yeah, I could have stopped by and just spoken to you about what was
You
coming
told
up.
us.
Yeah.
You said the next time you come to Atlanta. you
Next
was gonna
time we'll
hook
get
up.
it going on. So I'm sorry, Leon. What were you gonna say?
Oh, some of the activities that we did with the couples, we did a dance class.
Yeah.
You know, teaching couples how to communicate just through dance, and you know, the guy being the lead, and you know, the spouse has to follow his instruction in order to, you know, make the dance successful.
You know, that's a whole
So
nother language.
Yes.
Your body language. Yeah.
We didn't realize it, and it exposed so many couples.
It's hard.
He said, "I can tell wives who don't know how to submit." He said, "I can tell husbands who aren't used to leading." It was very eye-opening just from dance.
Now you're dealing with
Nonverbal.
mostly adults, right?
Yes.
It was all adults.
All adults. Now, with that body language comes, if you play the slow music from back in the day, they started a rap. They'll rap to you in that record. And usually guys would like to get in your ear and say
Get a
that
little
rap
closer.
that you hear on the song.
The hand started going down south. Yes.
And so he actually brought some of that in.
Uh-huh.
You know, we had to hold our hand on top of his hand, and he grabbed us by the the male grabbed the woman by the waist. But we couldn't make a move unless he told us to. So if he wanted me to turn, like he instructed me to turn. It was so cute, though.
Yeah.
It was really good. We did like date night, and we did game night, and we did a guided tour. But it was just a weekend of just rekindling and reuniting marriage, and just intentionally being
That's
focused
how you
on
have to
that.
keep it alive. You know, you have to keep it alive. You're in love with somebody, that circle of love has to continue by just doing different things, you know.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And we will do it again. So it was our first one. So we are going to continue it. It's going to be annual.
Oh, good. Maybe we should make it quarterly.
No.
Yeah.
It's a lot to go
It's a
into
lot,
it.
right? I know. All right, maybe twice a year.
Right, exactly.
So you did that, and then you put the pen to the paper, huh? You got the book out?
Uh-huh. The book launched, we actually launched it on our anniversary in 22.
Uh-huh.
And we just this year decided that we were going to be more intentional about the book being a tool in other
Yeah,
marriages.
yeah.
And we were invited to a talk show here in Atlanta that's going to air tomorrow at 1 p.m. where we really got to talk about some of the gritty stuff, the non-flowery, kind of like what things were toxic that we fixed in the marriage. So
Yeah.
that's going to air tomorrow on Fox.
That's beautiful. Do you know the people? What station do you listen to out there? 103?
Yes, V103.
V103. I know some of the people up there. There's a guy named Reggie. He's the vice president up there. Maybe you can give him a call and say, hey, Bob Lee told me to give you a call. We have this new book out. I was wondering if you can touch it. I was just ask.
Yeah.
If you never ask,
We
nobody
would
will ever know.
love to.
Yeah.
We would love to, because to reach that number of people, because all the feedback that we've been getting, Dr. Bob, is like, where were you, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, in my marriage really needed this. So we feel like it's a good work. It's work that's serving couples. So we want to continue and get more exposure.
Leon, how has it worked for you? Because, a lot of
Oh.
people kind of sway a little bit because the marriage gets kind of stale and boring maybe at times. But that's a part of it, too, that you have
Yeah.
to deal with.
Yeah, you got to deal with the good and the bad.
Yeah.
But most of the feedback I've been getting, they want to hear from me, the male, from the relationship. Some of the things that men don't often get the opportunity to talk about,
Yeah.
especially to other men. And women want to hear from me as well, men as well. And sometimes they want to hear the truth from another spouse, another person, opposed to their own spouse.
Well, what do you tell the guys?
That depends on what they're going through. My thing is I make sure I have the fellas know that communication is the key. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street, and you got to be able to listen. You got to be able to actually hear what the person is saying, and be willing to compromise and change.
Yeah. Looks like y'all do a lot of stuff, a lot of activities, right? A lot of, you go fishing, you go, I don't know,
Yeah.
put that blanket down, get that basket, get the sandwiches going or whatever.
Yeah, we do date night every Friday.
Yeah, and he started that. That was his thing, to make
Ah.
sure that we do date night every Friday. So that was the one way that he wanted to make sure that we put the marriage first.
Yeah. Date night every Friday. And you do different places, right? Or go
Correct.
different places to eat, maybe
Right.
plays and movies, things of that nature.
Comedy shows.
Good.
Yeah.
Live music, concerts, just whatever he comes up with, that's his thing. And I kind of go with the flow. So he started this actually a little bit before the pandemic, but the pandemic, he really put it on strong when he started this whole backyard party thing, and made it where it was a oasis for me when I came home from work, because unfortunately, I didn't get laid off or anything like that. Now, fortunate for me. But when I came home, all the kids and he were home. So he said, I want to do something special. So he started a backyard party.
Go ahead, Leon. All right, now.
Oh yeah.
And you had the music and everything. You got the DJ system out there.
Oh yeah. Yes. Got the speaker out there. Got the grill going. And, if when she come home, she just fall right into place. I can make sure I have her wine, and get music going, and we into it. So that became a weekly
Carita,
thing.
did you know he was going to do that the first time he did it, or was it a surprise when you came home?
It was a total surprise. I didn't know he was going to do it. And my husband his thing was going to sports bars on Fridays. So when the pandemic, shut all that down, he wasn't able to go to sports bars. He loves sports. He loves watching sports with other men, And so when he did it, I was kind of shocked. I was like, he said, oh, it's all for you. And then he kept doing it every week intentionally, and it really made me feel special. And one of the things that I've discovered is that my love language is quality time.
Yeah.
So the more time he spent with me, the better our marriage became, and it rekindled, our marriage and the love we have for each other.
That's beautiful. All right, so what will people learn from the book, Just Dance With Me?
Well, one of the things we wanted to do is, because we didn't have, I came from a single parent home, he came from a single parent home. and there was no blueprint. So one of the things that we wanted to do is give couples things that are like red flags or roadblocks that you can get through, but you should have a plan for it. So we talked about raising the kids, things that you do and don't do. We talked about finances, things that will help you if you talk about it in the beginning. We talked about things, where do you worship? That should be a conversation that's had early on in the marriage if you didn't come from the same faith or
To
denomination.
find
and
out
things of
if
that
you're equally
nature.
yoked. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
And then we talked about, divorce not being an option. So if you go in with saying, hey, this is going to go to eternity, if we go in with that mindset versus having one foot out the door, always thinking divorce is an option. And that came from Leon. That was his big thing is, no divorce.
Yeah.
And also wanted them to get from the book, we were very transparent about some of the issues that we've endured, and, we just want this book to just be a stepping stone. If you got the book, read it, you can see what we actually went through and learn from that, because there was violence, there was emotional abuse, sometimes physical abuse, and, we just put it out there, and we know some couples are probably experiencing the same thing and just don't know how to deal with it. So hopefully they can learn through our mistakes.
You're in the business of helping others get what they need out of life. We always say that.
Yeah.
Put the book back up one more time because we have to give them some props. That's an excellent. The design and everything is really, really, really nice. So you want to give some props to the people who maybe put the picture together, put the design together.
Actually, my daughter was the photographer. So she actually was the creative director for what happened on the front cover. And then I work with this other young lady that does my graphic designs for books. Her name is Sherilyn.
Yeah.
And her agency is the Camden agency. So she did the cover.
That's good.
But what I'm doing in the picture was actually Leon's idea for me to take my shoes off and put his coat on me.
All right now.
That was his whole idea.
Go ahead, Leon.
I got it.
We applaud you guys, man. I love
Thank
what you
you.
guys are doing. Okay, where can we
Thank
get
you
the
so
book?
Amazon.com, and it's Just Dance With Me. There's a Rhythm and Flow to Longevity and Marriage by Leon and Carita Montgomery. So Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, Walmart.com, and then our website is JustDanceWithMe.com, and you can get it there as well.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going to call them the love coaches, marriage coach, Leon and Carita Montgomery.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Co-author, Dance With Me. Co-authors together, or authors together. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank
come
you
back
again.
again, okay? And we come to Atlanta, I'm going to give you a call.
Okay,
Please do.
Please do.
ATL, here we
you.
come.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you guys
Thank
soon,
you.
all right? All right,
All
we'll
right.
take a quick break. I've got more coming up next.